Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to take an image you made in Midjourney and turn it into a 3D model you can use in Blender and even Unreal. We'll start from the prompt stage and go over what makes a good Midjourney image for a 3D model, and then I'll show you how to do it step by step and how to bring your image to life. Okay, first things first, the prompt. I like to use ChatGPT to help me write strong Midjourney prompts. You can simply type something like, make me a prompt to create a realistic medieval knight standing in a T-pose on a white background. And then ChatGPT will give you a detailed prompt that you can just copy straight into Midjourney. So if I go like this, copy it, we go into Midjourney, I can just paste it, submit. This saves you a ton of time and helps make sure the image has the right structure and style for a 3D model later. A good Midjourney prompt should do a few things. It should describe the subject clearly, what it is, the pose, the expression, and the art style you want. 2, it should control the background. For a 3D model, you typically want a white or plain background. This makes it easier for the 3D model AI software to actually make the model. Midjourney can also do tons of different art styles, all the way from realism to as simple as just a hand-drawn sketch. You typically want to have standing poses and aspect ratio. For example, standing in T-pose and aspect ratio of 2:3 helps Midjourney frame it properly. Midjourney isn't just for still art anymore. It can do a ton of different styles, like realism, Disney or Pixar, flat vector art, 90s cartoon, hand-drawn sketch, and more. It can even generate short videos or animations. Now, every image that Midjourney makes is not going to be the best for a 3D model. What you want is a clean, full body view, ideally with the character facing towards the camera and then it's centered. The lighting should be even and the pose should be neutral, like a T pose. Here is a bad example. Although it did get the white background, his arms are still too close to his body, and that would confuse the 3D model software. Whereas this one, we get a white background, his limbs are a good spread apart, and he is very detailed. So once you find an image that you like, you can go ahead and download that. And then you can go ahead and find a good 3D model software. I like to use Rodin AI. Rodin AI is a good 3D soft or 3D model maker. It can take an image and make a 3D model out of it. It can also take an image, and if you got another image, like if you have an image that but you don't like the art style, if you take another image that has that art style, you can use that art style for that character that you want. Anyway, we're gonna import the image. We're gonna click on generate. Once the image has processed, it's gonna ask you how sharp or soft you want the edges to be on this model. I personally haven't messed around with that too much. So you're gonna hit confirm. Okay, once that's done, you're gonna see a button that says generate where you can mess around with the color, temperature, and strength. You're gonna adjust it and hit generate. Okay, once that's done, it's gonna ask if you like what you see. You can also look at different styles, like when it's shaded, more of tone look. Also, I can change it into different things like bronze, plastic. I usually go for shaded or tone. I prefer tone because once you import it to a game, it usually has its own shading setting add to it. So I'm gonna hit confirm. It's gonna finish that up. Now after you get this, Mixmo and Blender only use two file types, .fbx and .glb. For .fbx, you're going to click on this. If you want to use Mixmo, it can also import it to Blender. But if you just want to import it to Blender, I would recommend using .glb. But since I'm using this for animation, I'm going to click .fbx and download. Okay, once it's downloaded, we're going to open up the file. We're going to unzip the file. Okay, we're going to close that. We're now going to open up Mixmo. Okay, once you're in Mixmo, upload character. You're going to select character file, show all file. You're going to click on the file. You're going to click the shaded version. Otherwise, it's just going to be grayed out. You're going to open that file. It's going to upload that file. Okay, once it's loaded, it's going to auto-rake it for you. And then you're just going to have to place markers at where the chin, wrist, elbows, knees, and groin are. So chin, we're going to go right about there. Wrist, we're going to go right there. Elbows, right around there. knees, right there, groin, hips, right, right around here. And you're gonna click next. It's gonna auto reg. This might take a little. Okay, once it's done, it's gonna show you a little animation. Make sure that spots are right where they're supposed to be. This one looks good. Okay, it's gonna load in. And now you can start messing around with all these animations. Okay, as I said before, there are usually about like 6 different types of art styles. We have realistic, cartoon, uh, Disney, uh, vector style, 90s, and then hand drawn. So as I made some examples. Here are some examples of just regular cartoon-ish things. When we go to Disney style, we then got a studio style. Just looks something like this. This one's usually for watercoloring. We got 90s, which has like bright, vibrant colors. Realistic, pretty self-explanatory. It looks as real as possible. Then we got vector art, which usually combines a whole lot of shapes to make an image. And then with that, when you get an image, you can click this animation button to make like a small animation video. You can also have it make variants. If you like an image, it will change little detail and it will change big details. Like a little detail could be like his helmet, or the color the straps he's wearing. Or a bigger change could be the color of the armor, maybe if it's like rusted or not. Anyway, we'll wait for that. So here we saw that the little changes made, um, usually around the belt area it changed, and the helmet style, it kept the helmet open, and the bigger change, it completely changed the helmet. It also kinda changed the shoes a little, and like what he was wearing on his hands. In this video, we've learned how to make ChatGPT give us a good prompt for Midjourney, how to then take a good image from Midjourney into our 3D model software, and how to take our 3D model into an animator. Please like if you found this video helpful. I'll be coming out with more content soon. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.